you have people that are trying to expose Nikola Jokic as being a false MVP. Nick Wright, Fox Sports, calling him out for being like a fake MVP.
Yeah, at the time they were like the 6th or 7th seed. They
Yeah,
weren't
but
playing good enough
everyone has been
basketball.
spending time at the 6 or 7 seed.
When you win back-to-back MVPs, what else should I expect out of you?
All that I'm saying is that there is some weird stigma around Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Like, even if y'all don't feel that way, y'all agree with me. There's no way to deny it. Like, there's been some sort of weird stigma about them every single year. They're like, they're 1 year away. Nikola Jokic doesn't feel like an MVP.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of I Got Next. Always good to be here. We got our boy back. We got Tomer back, man. And of course,
What's up, guys? What's
hey,
up, fellas?
dude, I am digging the Santa swag. You know that I like what you got going on, man.
Hey man, it's a holiday season. My Nets are 20-12. You know, joy to the world, man. I'm on a high right now. I got to be very
Yeah,
honest.
I'm on a low. Anthony Davis is hurt for a month. Great, awesome, perfect, PG. Cool.
I'm feeling great, man. We're finally healthy. This team's finally healthy for the first time in God knows how long. We get to see a fully healthy team.
You know,
We ride.
Clippers in the finals, baby.
I called that, but before we dive into anything, I am really pissed off how you guys were up by 30 on the Hornets at halftime, and I was just like, damn, why am I still watching
Bro,
this? Like,
that game was brutal.
You have to for work.
Brutal. Yeah.
exactly. And the whole time I'm just sitting there watching it, I'm just like, yo, I wonder what Tomer's doing right now. Just probably shooting social videos out somewhere like, hey, look, we're killing
At
this.
halftime, I started transcribing the interview I had because I was like, there's nothing else for me to do with this game. And then they actually made it close. They got back to within 15, and I was like, okay, let's look at LaMelo. He somehow finished with a triple-double in that game.
We love
He
it.
somehow had a triple-double.
We love it when we love it when close means 15 points. That's great.
I mean, close is 15 when it was 36. I mean, that was bad. That was real bad.
Hey, look, like
It
you
was
mentioned, though, LaMelo got his first triple-double of the season. He's now tied for the franchise high in triple-doubles with 7, tied with Anthony Mason. So, you know, that's
I'm really
something.
glad. I'm really glad the LaMelo Ball got his JaVale McGee triple double in. That's really great.
Hey, let's stop.
Hey, man. Hey, look. Not everyone can win 7 in a row right now. Some of us need positives. That's a massive triple-double right there.
I'm defending Jerry. It's
I
fine.
mean, my AD's gone down. The team he covers is struggling right now. It's a holiday season, man. Give him a break.
You know what? Yes,
Pick it back up in the new
that's right.
year.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's a holiday season. It's a holiday season. I'll behave.
All right, man. You know, speaking of disrespect that I've already received from Julian so early on, Ja Morant kind of disrespected the entire league, low key, with him saying that he doesn't have to worry about any team in the West. They're good. They're going to be fine. They only need to focus on the Celtics. Not even the Bucks. Not any of the other teams in the East that could be potential threats. Just the Celtics. What is your guys' take on that? We can start with you, Tomer, since this is your return, man. I'm just happy to have you back, man.
I appreciate it. I mean, look. On one hand, I do appreciate the confidence. I think when you're a guy Ja Morant's size, your kind of career is built off of a bit of your career is built off of giving yourself some extra ammo and what's bulletin board material, and I think he kind of needs that, and I think that's how he fires himself up. He fires himself up that way, so I'm cool with it. I don't think he's right. I think there are definitely teams in the West who could take down the Grizzlies. They're a good matchup for a lot of teams, but I mean, I like the confidence. It's the type of thing that everyone on Twitter is going at Old Takes Exposed, and we'll see where we are back in May or June if we got to bring that tweet back up.
Thanks. What about you, Drew?
So here's the thing. I don't know why this is getting more attention than Kawhi's comment. Like, he's not even really focused on the game. He doesn't really want to be. He's ready to go in May, right? It's the same sort of deal, right? If your team is that good, if you are that good, you are focused on the finals. And I'm not worried about Kawhi's focus. I'm not worried about Ja's focus. I like this sort of attitude coming from my stars. I like that assholish attitude towards other teams where you have that sort of mindset. And I don't think that we've had a lot of that. Everyone's been so the league is so crystal clean in the media room outside of a Draymond Green, and I think that I've been missing a little bit of that, pot stirring from someone that's a real like super duper star. You know what I mean? Especially from someone on the team that can back it up. You know,
Yeah.
they're
I,
top two, top three seed in the West. Talk, talk.
yeah, I mean, again, all power to John Morant to talk. I will say, Kawhi's quotes were taken a little out of context. He was asked about, scoring 24 points or whatever it was that night and how he feels that night. And he's like, I'm not worried about tonight. I want to see where I am at the end of the year. So it was a little out of context. And the account that posted it on Twitter, I'm not going to name them, they got called out for it and deleted the tweet. But it was taken a little bit out
Well,
of
no.
context.
I,
That's
I'm
all I'll
I'm
say.
I'm not even talking about the context that they place him in. I like my players to be assholish towards reporters where they're like, I'm not focused on the day to day. I'm focused on winning the championship. Anything else that gets in my way ain't gonna matter. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
I mean, to some extent, yeah, I like that too. I think I like the confidence there. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Now,
I don't think this would be as much news if like CP said something like that. I think it's just because Ja's young. They crashed and burned a little bit early in last year's playoffs. But hell, you're a top two, top three seed in the West. Go off. Why not?
yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you guys. Honestly, like I think Drew, you kind of said it best when you hit the nail on the head that there is no mean streak in a lot of guys today. Like everybody wants to be the best of friends because hey, I might go play with him later on in my career or whatever type of BS they want to come up with. I'd rather that you be a dick if you are like probably the most box office player in today's game. Like he has an argument right there. And
Mhm.
obviously, like you mentioned, the Grizzlies did kind of fall short in the playoffs, but only because he got hurt. Maybe if he's healthy, we don't know what happens to Golden State. Because it was
Yep.
clear to me that Ja was giving them problems when he was still like able to play. So
Right.
the whole comments being kind of like, oh wow, he's disrespecting the Nuggets or the Warriors or whatever team you want to put there in that Western Conference. Shit, that's who you have to talk. Draymond Green said it literally last year. Like, obviously, I get it's the Warriors. They already have like a track record, championships, all that good stuff. But it's kind of like, hey, dude, we know what we have to do, and we're all focused towards that goal. So yes,
Right.
I'm going to assume that I'm going to be in the finals when it comes down to being playing in June. Like, fuck the Nuggets, fuck the Warriors, fuck the Pelicans, or wherever you want to throw there. We're them, and I'm going to take my guys there. That's what I just love the
Right.
most about it.
Right. Especially if you can back it up. Right. If you can't
Yeah,
back it up,
for sure.
then yeah, but if you're like if you're Ja, talk. If you're Zion, do a 360 windmill at the end of a game. If you're up 10 on a hated rival, why not? Why not? Like
Yep.
have fun. Everyone's too sensitive, but also wants their players to not be friends. You're going to piss off someone no matter what you do. Why not just be consistent and enjoy yourself and enjoy the winning while still staying focused? I'm all over this, man. I love Ja's attitude.
For sure.
I'm right there with you on that one. Yeah, I have no problems with it. I think you mentioned CP, a player like CP doing it. I mean, look, I think it's the thing he has going for him is that he's young. They're a very promising team, and he hasn't been through a lot of playoff experience. I mean, last year they lost to the eventual champion. So if you're going to lose to anyone, you might as well lose to the champs. So like, I think they have a right to be confident. I don't think anyone. I think anyone in the West has really stuck out. Like I thought the Pelicans were going to, and they lost like five in a row. So
Hmm.
like, no one's really stuck out in the West. It's wide open.
Everybody is like super stuck together. Like that's why to me this year the Eastern Conference is definitely the deeper of the two that we have to look at. But why not circle out the Bucks? Because Giannis is probably the best player in today's game. Why not even talk about the Nets, who have been surging now and like okay, now they look like they can be a postseason threat and actually win something. Why just Boston? Like for you two, why do you think that is?
They got there. They got there. They're the most recent team that got there. Um, the Nets are on a streak. At the end of the day, as much grandstanding as I do for that team, my home team that I grew up with, we know what they are. They're a streaky team that you're not, if you're going to focus on one team, you're going to focus on the team that made last year's finals, the previous year's finals that haven't fallen off, right? Like Giannis, yes, best player in the game. The Celtics, they got to last year's finals. Jason Tatum's playing like an MVP. Jalen Brown was a top 10 MVP candidate earlier this year. So I think like of the three teams that you're going to focus on, it would be Bucks or Celtics for me. But I understand the thought process, especially since you're probably going to be guarded by one of those two wings rather than like Giannis is going to be facing off against JJJ. You know what I mean?
You
So
probably
you
have
I
a
do
better
wonder why.
defender.
I do wonder what.
Just putting that
Yeah,
out there.
I do wonder why they didn't name the Bucks. Exactly, because they have Drew Holiday, who's an All NBA defender.
yeah yeah yeah.
Giannis, who you're not stopping. No one on Memphis is stopping Giannis. Um, I'm curious why they didn't why he didn't mention them, but also it could have just been like Julian said, they're the most recent team to get there. My counter to that is they didn't win, and the Bucks did win a few years ago. So like I think you need to put some respect there as well. But it could just be that they just got there recently and they've been playing really well.
Hmm.
I think at the time of the interview they maybe lost 4 or 5, but they were still really good.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
So yeah, especially if you're not really like thinking about it. If I'm just thinking about like off the top of my head, like a team that I like think about, there's not really a lot of analysis that goes into it. So there are 4 or 5 teams you can think about in the East, but if I'm gonna pick one, like you understand the thought process. I don't think it's all that deep for Ja. Whoever's out of the East, that's who we're thinking about. XYZ.
makes sense to me. So
Yeah.
another, even though we did kind of, I guess, smooth over the Western Conference, we do have to talk about the new one seed in that conference over the Grizzlies right now, who they just beat recently, the Denver Nuggets. And Nikola Jokic looks like he could be on his way to at least contending for a third straight MVP. I don't think it's going to happen. But hey, we have to put him in the conversation. The man just killed my Hornets not too long ago with 40 points, 27 boards, and 10 assists. And those numbers haven't been put up since Will. So, how are we feeling about the Nuggets at this point in the season? Jamal Murray looks like he's playing better. Michael Porter Jr. is still a work in progress ever since we've seen Joe Mazzulla's Quizlet cards. But the rest of it, though, like, hey, Denver looks like, hey, they're here to stay. They're here to be a playoff threat. How are you feeling about Denver right now?
I stayed feeling about Denver. I don't know why you're asking me this question. I said Nikola Jokic was deserving of his third MVP. I've been saying that. Um, and I think that he's the most underrated superstar in today's game. Maybe not by the media, the people that vote for the MVP, but by fans, absolutely. Like you want to talk someone that's like solo running with a borderline non All Star second banana. We aren't talking about Nikola Jokic, and we should be. So I stay consistent. This is for y'all two to talk about.
I mean I Denver to me is Denver's a good regular season team. I think in the playoffs they become a little easier to figure out. Um, but there's no question that I think Jokic is probably the leader in the MVP voting right now. I mean, he's putting up
Hmm.
what this year? He's putting up 25, 11, and 9. I mean, he's damn near averaging a triple double, and he's doing it on 62% shooting. That is absurd. And so I think, yeah, you have no choice but to give it to him at this point. And Jamal Murray does look good, averaging 17.5 per game. Looks like himself as the season goes on. I think they haven't gotten MPJ back recently. They're still waiting on him to come back. So when they do get him back, they could be really nice. I think Denver's got a nice future, but I think they just need to put it together for one postseason, get to the finals, make a finals run. Because they've kind of just been in this loop of like semifinals lost, first round lost, conference finals in the bubble lost. Like they need to get somewhere because they've had this core for a while now.
Can I ask you guys something like a very real question? It's gonna sound like I'm shitting on the same person over and over again, but I
Go ahead and
but I
talk about
swear
Joel.
it's not. What?
Go ahead and talk about Joel.
How come we talk about Denver like they are like we haven't seen the proof in the pudding yet? We haven't seen proof in the pudding about the Sixers since 2015. Like what are we doing here? Like I understand
Well,
that like
this is the first year that Harden looks healthy, and this is their first full year together.
right,
I'm
but
not, I'm
we're
not saying they're
all,
favorites to make it out of the East. I never said that.
all
But
that I'm
I think Denver's had the same core for
saying.
multiple years now. Even though they've had guys improve, go down, come back. They've just been kind of stagnant. I think you just need to see them make a move towards at least the
and
finals
and,
to
and
show
I'm
that okay, they're legit.
and I'm not and I'm talking about like Denver specifically, but we're talking about I'm talking about MVP status, MVP, you know, MVP candidates being given the short shrift. So like I understand that if fatigue was purely the issue, but you have people that are trying to expose Nikola Jokic as being a false MVP. Nick Wright, Fox Sports, calling him out for being like a fake MVP. That's a
You could stop it.
What?
You could stop it there. It's Nick Wright.
well, okay, okay,
Nick
okay.
Wright.
But all that I'm saying is that people is that like these aren't just like dumb fans. These are people that get paid to talk about sports that are not giving Nikola
There it
Jokic
is.
the proper
There
shrift.
it is.
The proper shrift. So I ask now because I was in a conversation with you guys a few weeks ago about MVP candidates, and I talked about Nikola Jokic, and I felt like I got a little. You're like, oh, this is a pretty hot take, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, at the time they were like the 6 or 7 seed. They
Yeah,
weren't
but
playing good enough
everyone has been
basketball.
spending time at the 6 or 7 seed. So like, what are we
Well,
doing here? We're
No,
like,
that's
we're
why
talking
early
about we're
MVP
talking about
predictions
we're talking about
are kind of
Luca.
rough.
Like we haven't stopped talking about Luca as an MVP candidate this year. So like,
I've never thought Luka was an MVP candidate
well, honestly, like
this year.
if we're being real, like I think what Tomer said is pretty much spot on. Like this team does need to make it out, like to the conference finals more consistently or to the finals eventually. But to kind of answer your question, when you win back to back MVPs, what else should I expect out of you? Like, obviously, that's the greatest individual honor that you can receive in this league, right? When everybody
right,
else just wants a championship to validate their resume. So you have the hardware. Like Tomer pointed out, he's damn near averaging a triple double on 60% shooting. That's ridiculous. So, of course, the pressure and the stakes are probably going to be a little higher for my back to back MVP, for the man that's considered to be the best center in the league, right? Like, compared to the Sixers situation, where probably the closest they've been was off a bounce shot with Kawhi and the Raptors back in 2019. Like, Jimmy Butler and that squad, obviously the Sixers messed up by letting him go, and then the rest of the project went to shit. So most likely everybody's probably blaming the organization for letting Jimmy go. Then the whole Ben Simmons fiasco, as to where Nikola Jokic hasn't had to really deal with any major dramatic diva type of personalities. And Joel Embiid is still dealing with one of James Harden. James Harden might be a more talented number two player than Jamal Murray and MPJ, whatever, but you still have probably more of a cohesive group, arguably in Denver, especially since
right.
they've been together longer.
That
So
makes sense.
I think that's
All,
why
all
the stakes are harder or higher on your MVP.
all that I'm saying is that there is some weird stigma around Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Like even if y'all don't feel that way, y'all agree with me. There's no way to deny it. Like there's been some sort of weird stigma about them every single year. They're like they're 1 year away. Nikola Jokic doesn't feel like an MVP. Like
No, I think the latter is wrong. I don't think he doesn't feel like an MVP. I think they have felt like they've been missing things. I don't know if it's
okay,
more of a star kind of forward, but I don't think there's been any question about his MVP. I mean, he's won back to back and he's won decisively. Like I don't think there's ever been any questions about that.
okay.
I think as a
But
team though, they have questions.
what I'm not like again. I'm not talking about you guys specifically anymore. I'm talking about there is a very loud contingent of fans and reporters and whoever that don't give Nikola Jokic even in his two back-to-back MVP years didn't give him the short trip. He wasn't the front runner for most of last season. It was Joel and it was Giannis. So like let's not pretend that he's like oh, it's two MVPs. It was never expected the second year. Never
I mean,
expected until the very very end. So
I'm not
that's
even
all.
gonna
That's
lie
all.
to you. I did
That's all
have
I'm gonna
Joel Embiid winning.
There
I
you go.
did think Joel Embiid was going to win that thing for sure. But the fact that Nikola Jokic
Really,
won it, it's not like, oh wow, he actually took home the MVP for a second straight. No, his numbers are just as good. The only thing, my only argument was like, damn, I like a two-way player. That's why Joel, in my mind, should have won it, and I thought he meant a little more offensively in terms of scoring the basketball. So I'm like, shit, it's got to be Joel. But Nikola Jokic winning it doesn't bother me. Nikola
Okay.
Jokic could potentially, just like how we look at LeBron, every single season in his prime could have probably won the MVP. With numbers that Nikola Jokic is starting to put up on a yearly basis, he's going to be in the top five voting, finishing at the end of the season every single season. I'm
I
cool with it.
mean, and yeah, I think if we're being real, I think part of the thing behind that is Jokic is probably one of the least marketable MVPs that we've ever seen. He doesn't have social media.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
he doesn't. He does. He's not super funny or has any kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying he doesn't have personality, but he doesn't show a lot of it. Whether it's behind the scenes or anything like that. Whereas Joel has that. Even Giannis, who won a few of them, have has that. So
Yeah,
I think that's probably where some of the nationally people just almost wanted Joel to win, just so they could see what will he say, what will he
exactly.
post, how will he react, stuff like that. So I think part of it is a little unfair because marketability wise, it's just Jokic is really hard to do, but
It's not.
he's been well deserving more than anyone else, in my opinion.
Thank you. That
For sure.
and again, I wasn't talking about you guys. I'm just saying that like for all the fans out there that you know that when video content about this podcast, when this episode comes out, there are going to be comments about how dumb our takes about Nikola Jokic deserving MVP is going to be. They are going to come out in droves.
And I think part of that is because people just want to see the Joel Embiid reaction. Like I think even national media wise, they want to see, oh, how does Joel react to losing, to winning? I mean, I think he had some pretty good comments about losing last year. So like, I think there's just whereas if Jokic lost, I don't think you would have heard a peep about it. He would have been like, okay, on to the
There you go.
playoffs.
There
Yeah,
you go.
and
That's all.
So
I respect that though. Like it's like a Tim Duncan kind of approach, right? Like I remember recently JJ Redick on his podcast put out one with Bones Highland, and Bones literally said, "You'll never be able to get Jokic to do this thing," and that's what Jokic told JJ, and like he just kind of endorsed it, pretty much like, "Dude, that's just not his thing." As to well, Joel Embiid was like one of JJ's first episodes on the pod. Like, like you said, real marketable guy, has a good personality, he's a funny guy. At least that's what it seems like on camera. Like, unfortunately, it is a popularity contest when it comes down to winning that award.
I
my man went back to Serbia and received his MVP trophy at his stables.
right.
Yeah.
So so
And if unless Denver people didn't fly over there to record that, no one would have seen that happen.
So this is my this is consider this just my campaign for Joel for Nikola Jokic's MVP case and his all-time case. All right, because I have a feeling that even upon retirement with these three MVPs in a row, because he didn't talk, he's not really, he doesn't have a big personality, he's going to be underrated all time. I really do think so. Because yes, you have the three MVPs, you have all that type of stuff, but he doesn't have that marketability, and that does affect how people see someone's career. So all this to say, let's not forget him. And this is my campaign to give him like a Kawhi Leonard, like quiet, awkward dude, memeable level of fame. That's
Hey,
my
dude,
campaign for Nikola
Man,
Jokic
you win
man is six
championships
all time triple doubles.
already, but
already.
but if he wins a championship, there is nothing anybody can say about his all time like status, and especially if he
Oh,
wins
that's
more
fine.
than one. Because if he wins a third MVP, like back to back to back, that's insane. And if he happens to get a chip sometime along the way, it is what it is.
All right.
We're done. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's over if he wins one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. 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 That's all I'll say.
All
That's all I'll
right.
say.
Now that we're kind of like, we got the Jokic love out of our system, the good situation that's going on in Denver. Now we're going to go to the polar opposite, to the Chicago Bulls, who I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Bulls right now. Like, they have two of the better wing players in the league in DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is having a career worst season in terms of being with the Bulls, in terms of points at least, averaging 21 a game right now when he averaged 27 at his best with Chicago. There's trade rumors coming out for both of their stars. Lonzo Ball's still hurt, which has seemed like forever now. What's going on in Chicago?
I think we are seeing what we expected going into last season. That's what it is. I think it's simple enough. Um, Lonzo Ball's injury history is a thing already. We didn't expect last season out of DeMar or Zach LaVine, so one of them is collapsing a little bit. So I feel like they're just regressing to the mean. I don't think that it's anything super crazy. It's like the same thing coming off of Julius Randle's All-Star year, and then he kind of like shat the bed. That's what he really is. I think we're seeing the Bulls for what they really, really are, which is a mid-tier bubble playoff team that's going to have their ups and downs because those two wings don't really get along on paper.
I mean, I don't like using this word too much, but the best word is they're just mid. They're just a very average middle tier team with
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
decent. They're just. I think that's probably some of what we expected last year. I mean, I was a little higher on the Bulls than most because I thought alongside a scorer like Zach LaVine, DeMar could help them take to the next level and all that. Granted, that was with a healthy Lonzo, assuming he'd be healthy, but um, yeah, it's clear that their defensive identity has not been there
Hmm.
for a lot of the season. Zach LaVine's efficiency has dipped, I think, by 4% this year shooting wise. And I think when you have two guys built on outside shooting, I know they can get to the basket, obviously, and score on the rim. I just think in today's league, you need big wings. You need big two-way wings, at least one of them on your team to be able to make some noise. Um, if not that, you have to have like a star point guard, a star center. I don't think they have that anywhere.
No.
They have two kind of undersized shooting guards who aren't great three-point shooters. I mean, LaVine can shoot the threes, but I don't think. Let me check his stats real quick. I don't think he's been that great. I mean, he's shooting 36% on threes this year after shooting 38 last year. Not bad, but not great either for a star. So they're just kind of stuck in that middle territory where
Yep.
they have to pay guys, and they're not close to a championship, but they're also not close to really tanking.
Yep.
They're just in between right now. So, um, kind of don't know what you do with that team. I mean, you do probably consider blowing it up at some point. I don't think retooling really gets you where you need to get. So I'm really not sure what you do with that team, to be honest.
I
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, yeah. Go ahead, Jer.
I I don't know. I think the main thing that's the problem per se is just Lonzo not being healthy. Because obviously, with a steady point guard, an actual true point guard that can get your playmakers and the scorers the ball, things kind of it looks shaky. Like my bus right now would be missing a tire if I'm missing out on my point guard, and they don't really have any chemistry with the guy because he's barely been able to stay available to be on the floor. And then when you have two wings that I think really coming into last year when DeMar came to Chicago, I was thinking that Zach LaVine was still going to be the better wing or still have a better season. And then DeMar just really took off and went on that Wilt Chamberlain-esque 30 points per game streak, right? It's like, damn, DeMar is like the true number one for the squad. But I think Zach LaVine should be because he's probably the more talented player, especially at this point in their careers. I think the role reversal kind of messed with Zach's head and maybe he's not taking it too well. Maybe he feels like he should be the go-to guy, but clearly he's not producing to the rate that we kind of expected him to. Then Nikola Vucevic is another guy that's been an all-star before in Orlando that's not really getting many touches, is being used as, a guy to space the floor. And I get it. He's super talented, a skilled big man that can shoot the three ball and kind of shoot it, hit it 15 footers or whatever it is. I get that. But you need to really utilize all your players' skill sets. And Billy Donovan hasn't done a great job of tapping into that. So I kind of put the blame on everybody. It's not just the players. It's kind of on the coaching staff to maximize the talents of everybody on the roster. Like I seen a tweet earlier today. Like it's crazy how we don't see playmakers or guards and wings that actually know how to throw a proper entry pass to the big man down low. And I get it. That era is kind of dead in terms of true post dominance, unless you're the Sixers and unless you're Denver, right? But most teams have a guy that could probably get one. Like Ivica Zubic's whole role just changed when Kawhi and PG came back, right? Now I'm not seeing a lot of dumps down low to the big man. He had 4 points last night. He made my parlays look pretty because I took the under. So it's just kind of I feel like nobody on that team really knows their role. They're not being utilized correctly. Some of that's on Billy D. Some of that's on the leadership of the rest of the vets in the locker room. I'm not seeing it click together. The team is mid, unfortunately.
I mean, at some point though, yes, it's coaching, but you have so much experience there that you kind of just need players to figure it out. DeMar's been
That's
through enough. Levine's been through enough. Vucevic's been through enough. Caruso's always been kind of a glue guy. We've seen guys like Ayo Dosunmu look like he can help a team. So hit a game winner the other night, but giving up 150 points to the Wolves without Karl Anthony Towns is just that just can't happen. I know that was a one time thing, but over a course of a season, that kind of stuff wears on you. So I don't think they have the right personnel. Again, I think they need another position of strength with, maybe like more of a star center, a star guard, a point guard. I mean, but someone to run the show for them, because DeMar and Zach they're solid, but they're just kind of stuck in that like middle zone territory of being just average.
So
So
would you blow it up? Sorry, Jude. Go ahead.
yes.
We can answer that later.
Well, okay. Let's just play like just a brain teaser. Okay, just in a vacuum. All right, you're building a team. You have the first two picks. They're going to be your championship core. Does Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan as a core strike you as a championship or Eastern Conference winning duo?
No.
No, right? So you blow it
No,
up. So at the end of the day, too, the reason why dual wing cores work is because they have clearly defined roles, right? Scotty, defense, playmaking, a lot of that like crazy athleticism, especially into their latter years. Michael Jordan was a big scorer, and like yes, he played defense, but they had their roles. Even on the Clippers, right? Like it's a 1A, 1B, but we know, like, they know Kawhi's a 1A when he's on the floor. That's a real thing, right? So the Heat only became the Heatles when LeBron and Dwayne Wade sat down and said, okay, LeBron, you need to be the 1A. I know that you came to my team, but this is me telling you this team can't win unless we have a clear hierarchy. And Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan at this point in both of their careers are too close together, fill too much of the same role. And on top of that, you can't have that sort of redundancy and not play defense. It's as simple as that. It doesn't work. And it worked last year in the same way that Julius Randle's All-Star year worked. It happened. And we have spikes like that. But at the end of the day, is that a sustainable model for a team? No. Blow it up. The jersey sales will only get you
that's
so far. That's it.
that's that's pretty much on the dot. That's how I feel. Yeah, that's so accurate.
Yeah, we're all kind of in the same boat. Like, I think like how that stigma goes, like in every sport. When the Lakers are better, when the Knicks are better, when the Bulls are better, basketball is better. So I like seeing bigger market teams thrive, right? Like when the Yankees were sucking a few years ago before Aaron Judge's assertion kind of came, I was disappointed because when the Yankees are good, baseball is better. When the Cowboys are good, football is better. I don't like seeing like one of those teams like in history while like, damn, they're 6-0 in the finals. What have they done since then? And then this is kind of the stigma that's going on right now. Like, there's nothing promising. And
Uh,
when they had D Rose, at least there was some type of like,
that's
wow,
true.
this is really good. This makes me feel good about Chicago. I don't feel good about how Chicago looks, how they're built, how they're coached, how they're ran. It's I'm tired of it. It's
I
sickening.
also think Billy Donovan's an overrated coach. I'll be very honest with you.
Yes, yes,
Very overrated
yeah,
coach.
100 times over.
I think the rose tinted glasses are that they did so well last year. We kind of expected them to be great this year also, and to build off of what they had. It
Well, I don't think you could expect that without Lonzo, though. I think he's such a big part of what they want to do.
well,
He
and that's the
really
thing too, though.
is.
I never called them repeating last year to any
No,
measurable success, even with Lonzo. That might be where we defer, but even with Lonzo, I was going to say they're a 5, 6, 7 seed.
I mean I think that's realistically their ceiling. Like again, I seen another stat earlier that at this time or through the first 30 games last year, they were like 19-10 or 19 and
Right,
11.
right.
Like they are not
Again,
close to that right now.
at the end of the day, Lonzo, no Lonzo, whatever have you. Your double all-star core is DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. That's not going to win you a championship. That's not going to get you to the finals against Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown or Giannis or Embiid. Not going to.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen.
yeah.
That's fair. All right. Let's that was a pretty depressing topic, honestly. Let's move on to some games, man. Let's
Yeah,
let's
that got really sad. I love DeMar DeRozan, man.
I do too, Damn. Well, guys, we're going to play something new that I just dug up. It's actually very, very simple. Can you guess this player's career high? And what I want you guys to do is give me one guess each. So, Mary, you're going to guess this first one, and then Julian will give his response. Very simple. So,
Career high in
we're going to start
points.
career high in points. Yep, career high in points. So, we're going to start with Julian's boy, Kevin Durant. What's KD's career high? The closer number wins.
I'm getting. Julian, do you know this off the top of your head?
I do not.
I'm going to say 55.
All right. Ju?
62.
That was my
Tomer
other
hit
one.
that shit on the head. Tomer got that shit exactly right.
Damn. Good for you, Tomer.
55
Yeah.
is Kevin Durant's career high, and it happened against the Hawks.
Against the Wolves? Oh, against the Hawks. Okay.
All right. That was a
One of
good
the
one.
animals.
Hey, Tomer, you
Good for you, Tomer.
motherfucking. That's awesome.
It was legit going to be. It was legit 62 or 55 for me. Just those two.
Really? Okay, yeah. It was
Yeah.
gonna be like mid 50s or 62.
Yeah, I felt 62. I felt really good about 62, and I was like,
Yeah.
55. Let's just do that.
All right.
All right, next. Tomer, we have a guy from the team that you covered, Paul George. What is PG's career high? Starting with you, Julian.
47.
All right.
Oh, that's what I have.
Really? Yes. Oh,
I know he put this game up.
I know.
And, you've seen it happen against your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if that's his career high though.
I think it is. I can't see him scoring 50. I don't remember seeing that anywhere.
Just okay. I would have picked 47. I don't want to pick the same one, so I'm gonna pick 48.
Tomer again.
Damn.
Back to on the head.
What?
On the head?
He got it right on the nose
Damn
again,
it.
bro.
Wow.
This one happened
Who
against
was
the
this?
Jets on December 5th in 2015. 48.
Damn.
Wow.
That's Tomer's motherfucking Google, man. I'm telling
Yo.
you, it ain't
Yo, yeah, Tomer has us
Bro.
pulled up. I want a screenshot.
Bro,
I want a screen share.
I've been on this, bro. I've been on this.
Hey, I believe it. The thing is,
This-
Julian, if you said a different number, he would have chose 47.
I know.
I
Well,
was legit gonna pick 47.
you know, weirdly enough,
I
I was
know
gonna,
that Nets game. He had 24 in the fourth, and that was the only game I remember that he had. He had
if
that
it
many
if it,
points.
if it wasn't going to be 47, it was going to be 49.
Hey,
That's
One
your-
short of 50 sounds right. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
I
we're
actually
gonna go.
thought Julian hated it, and I was like, all right, Julian's gonna get it. I'm just gonna guess a random number.
You got it right 2 times in a row. You're not a
I don't know.
bad guesser, guy.
I hear the sound. I hear the sound of fingers tapping on a keyboard right now. Is what I'm hearing.
You know, I'm gonna record this on my phone just so you guys can see right here, recording. There we go. There's no
All right.
Googling involved.
I got another one for you. This guy doesn't even play in the NBA right now. He's currently a free agent, but he definitely should be on somebody's team. What is Carmelo Anthony's career high?
Ah, damn it.
Oh, I know this.
It's on you.
Should I go first?
Yep.
62.
Is it?
Dude.
Yeah. I can tell you who he did it against too.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't remember seeing that ever.
Really? I do.
I don't. All right. I mean, I'll just say flat 60.
62 against the Hornets in like 2017, I want to say 2016. No. Wait before that. It was like 2014, I want to say.
Boom. Correct again. Tomer is a fucking
I
encyclopedia.
recorded this the whole time.
Encyclopedia.
The whole time I recorded
dog.
this, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Encyclopedia. No, the Melo thing, I believe. I just don't, you know what it is. Melo is like ladder. Melo's like Knicks days / ladder Knicks days and Thunder days were like kind of like a blind spot to me. That's my defense. But
I remember when that game was happening, social media was blowing up. I was like, yo, Melo's got 40. Yo, he's got 50 in the Garden.
Oh, I do
Everyone
remember
just
that
turned that
now.
game
Yeah,
on and
yeah, yeah,
watched
yeah.
it.
No. I do remember that. I do remember that now. That I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I tried to pick guys where I thought it might be a little difficult, but Tomer's basically said, you suck at this game. And it's like, push me
Yo,
out, don't you?
all of a sudden, I feel bad being on this podcast with Tomer. I'm like, what the
Uh,
hell, man?
Hey,
Invites rescinded for next week.
I guess that's right. This is supposed to be a 2-man podcast with you two.
no, I shit you not. The only one that
Damn.
I the only one that I knew off the top of my head was Mellows, because obviously I live in the Charlotte area. People came back
Mm,
pretty much
mm,
like, damn, I don't know why I'm a Hornets fan. Mello just fucking slaughtered us in the Garden. Like, it's like a
mm.
day in the back of my head in my junior year in high school. Show my age a little bit. Okay. Oof, that was kind of crazy. Okay. Now,
Damn, Tomer.
yeah, like it actually, okay, you getting the Mello thing didn't surprise me, but getting the first two, no. That's crazy as hell.
I feel gut punched a little bit. I was like,
Dude, what? Like me?
oh,
All right. Anyway, another game that I think
I'm
will be
sorry.
fun. We're not gonna play. I want to ask you guys who has the most points in NBA history, but amongst active players. And I was originally gonna be like, can you name the top five? But LeBron was like a giveaway, obviously, since he's chasing Kareem. So we're gonna do 2 through 6
okay,
active players.
okay. And we're working
Active
together on
players
this.
today.
Yes, you're gonna work together. I'll give you guys. Look, there's 5 spots. I'll give you 12 guesses.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure KD
KD.
is 2.
Yeah, off the bat.
KD's 2, I'm pretty sure.
All right, don't rush me. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. I forgot. Okay, yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. That's one of them. KD, you want me to tell you where he's at in
Yeah,
the
where
active
is
list?
he at? Where's he at?
He is number 3
Oh,
Among active. Who do
among
we
active,
who forget
among
about?
active players.
Maybe someone old.
it
Not
has
like
to be
Udonis
someone old.
Haslem old.
Is it James? Is it James Harden?
James Harden is one of them. He is number 4 on the list.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
James Harden. Oh, Westbrook hasn't scored enough, has he?
I could believe that.
Among active, I could see it.
Put him up. Put him up. We have 12 guesses. Burn him.
Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Yeah.
Westbrook is also on the list. He is number 5.
Okay.
Wow, we got 3, 4, 5 like that. So we
Here we
need
go.
2 and 6.
Give me Steph.
Steph is not on the list.
Damn.
Yeah, he's not on there. He's been too injured.
He's too injured, right? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Active players.
Active players.
Trying to go through each.
Because Melo is a free agent, does he count as active?
Melo does count.
Melo.
Boom, Melo's another one.
Yeah, Melo. Was he number 2?
He has to be 2.
Huh?
He has to be 2,
Melo
right?
Melo
Okay.
is 2.
All right. That was gonna bother me.
Okay.
That's 5 guesses. You have a whole 7 more. Have at it. Because this last one
For number 6.
is kind of obvious, but it's kind of not. And I'm sorry, like I would try to throw out some things.
No, you're
but,
fine.
like, it's
Tomer,
entirely too
I
obvious.
have a weird feeling that it's like Dame or Kyrie or something like that. I feel like it's a guard.
Kyrie's been too injured. It's never not Kyrie. Dame has a chance, but I don't think he's. You think he's scored like 18,000 points? I don't think he scored 18,000. He just scored 15,000. He just passed Clyde Drexler for 15,000 career
That's right.
points.
That's right.
Actually, that might be enough. Let's guess Dame. I'm good with guessing Dame.
All right. Yeah.
15,000 is a lot.
Dame is incorrect.
Okay.
Oof.
Running through the teams. AD's been too injured. Kawhi, PG too
Oh,
injured.
hold on. Is he? You said active player, but he's not in the NBA, right? The one I'm thinking about. Is it? Do you think it's Dwight Howard?
No, it can't be. It's not him.
Dwight does count though. He is an active player.
I, Tomer, I don't think it's him, dude.
I don't think it's him. I'm just.
His
It,
average.
it wasn't Dame. Who scored more than Dame in the
You,
NBA?
I mean,
Dwight's been doing it a long time.
if you want to burn a free, we have a bunch of free guesses and one more player to guess. We're good.
You have 6 more guesses. Dame, by the way, has 18,064. Dwight Howard has 19,485 points.
I'm guessing Dwight. I'm guessing Dwight. I want to guess Dwight.
Dwight is incorrect.
I just feel like his averages are way too low
19,000.
after like 20. After 2012, Dwight's averages were way too low.
This is someone who's averaged close to 20K. It was put up close to 20K.
Is it CP?
Because Dwight's.
It can't be CP.
Is that your guess?
I'm good
I
with
kind of
that.
want to guess it. Yeah,
I don't
CP.
think it is. I don't think it is him, but I'm good with that.
Put up CP.
It is Chris Paul. Julian has won the day. So
Wow, nice.
He's so damn old. He is so damn old. Like he's a pseudo banana
Wow.
boat. He's so damn old. He has to be.
Chris Paul has 21,154 points. Russell Westbrook has 23,703. Harden 23,820. KD 26,460. Melo 28,289. And LeBron just almost a 10,000 point cushion with 37,686. So you guys kind of had me interested though, because Steph Curry was right behind CP in the 20,000. He's about to cross into 21,000 by the end of the season for sure.
He has 21,000.
See, even with the injuries, like such a 3 focus scorer and such a good offense, I can't not picture it. You know what I mean?
He's
I
behind
missed so
CP.
much time early that I thought he couldn't be that high.
He came
Right behind.
online pretty early though. Like I know that the ankle injuries were like a nagging thing, but he came on pretty early.
That's fair.
But
I mean,
there's
clearly 21. Okay.
a gap that you guys just like missed because obviously Dame and Dwight. Let's see, there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's like a 2,000 point gap, right, between like Dame, Dwight, Stage, and like Steph.
So yeah, it's like a 3,000 point gap between Dame and Steph. But in between those guys, between Steph and Dwight, is DeMar DeRozan with 20,671.
That's fair.
LaMarcus Aldridge with 20,558. And then Joe Johnson.
He's not active though.
He's not
Oh.
all right either.
Oh.
You know why they threw him in the list though? Is Joe Johnson a free agent? I thought he
Well,
was.
because they're not
I
officially
thought he
retired.
retired.
That's why.
I thought LaMarcus retired too. I'll be very honest.
Me too. They're
I
in the
think
active
officially
list.
he's not retired. Yeah.
All right.
Still, you guys nailed it. Yeah, you got it in 7 guesses. I should have gave you like 8. All right.
Christmas and Hanukkah connection, baby. Can't be stopped.
Together.
I feel it, man. Unity, baby. I like it. All
Coexist.
Right. Last game that we got here. That hell, I'll partake in this one too. We're gonna play perfect partner for an all-star. I have 3 in mind. First one, since Dame just recently put out his comments about one particular all-star, is Damian Lillard. Who's the perfect player to put alongside the all-star point guard in
Steph.
Portland? Steph.
Who's the perfect
Why?
what to put alongside?
The perfect teammate for Damian Lillard.
Oh, it's a Kawhi Leonard type guy, a LeBron, a Paul George type of guy, a Jason Tatum, a wing. We've seen the 2-guard tandem not work in Portland, no matter how good they are. You need a wing. Now that they have a wing in Jeremy Grant, they're looking a lot more decent. Imagine if that person was a star.
Yeah,
I think it's a wing.
Yeah, but I feel like if you had, okay, let's not pretend that CJ McCollum is the same thing as Steph Curry. Let's not pretend that.
No, we're not. I'm just saying we've seen the 2-guard lineups, the 2-guard tandem with them. Defensively be
Right.
pretty bad, and
Right.
offensively be pretty good. Like I'm not saying they'd be bad. They just have a higher ceiling if they had a Kawhi, a LeBron, a Jason Tatum type
On
of
the
guy.
flip side, imagine the death lineup Warriors with Dame instead of Clay. And Steph gets to be that like off-ball like sniper artillery unit that he is, with Dame drawing even more attention with his upgraded ball handling.
Again, it's not a bad hypothetical. It's a really good option.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's fun,
yeah.
like, but I still think Tomer's kind of right. The team's gonna kind of be the same in terms of offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency because Steph's not exactly a plus defender, and I don't really want to hear that. Oh, but he's leading the league in steals type shit or whatever people say about. I don't want to hear that.
I'm saying
Honestly, like, hey man, I like the wing answer better than adding another guard. I get it, Steph freaking Curry. I get
We've
it,
seen it.
but
We've
honestly,
seen it.
I'd like to see a Nikola Jokic. I want to see a big to form a 1-2 punch with Damian Lillard. Like, I kind of think either him or Embiid, like whichever one. I think having an obviously supremely talented perimeter player and supremely talented like inside scorer with Joel and Nikola Jokic to score wherever the hell they want. I think that'd be
so.
like the match.
So here's my thing. Like against both of y'all's. Okay, if we're gonna give Dame the peak partner, right? We're assuming that Dame's gonna be the centerpiece, right? Or like, you know what I mean? He's the one that's looking for a partner, right? So I don't want the only thing for me is that I don't want to hamstring Dame where he's best, which is he is an amazing on the ball 3 level scorer, right? Like you
Which is why I don't think Embiid works as well with him. I would say Jokic works
that
better
too.
with him.
And that's the thing with Jokic as well, though, because you want the offense to run through Jokic too. Where like yeah, like I don't know if I want a superstar big to say to Dame to say to Dame you're more of a facilitator now. You know what I mean? I would want
That's
like someone like off the ball that's like the best off ball thing in the world. So actually, I would
that's
even
not.
say
I'm sorry.
go ahead, Jerry.
Like,
No, no,
I
no.
just don't think that's the exact role that you have to play as like a guard. Like being an all star guard playing with an all star big man. Like, you don't have to just be put on your facilitator cap now. Like, you need to feed Joel. You need to feed Nikola Jokic. I think both guys, no matter if it's Jokic or Embiid, both guys would be talented enough to know when my guy's going to be hot. To know I don't have to hunt for my own shots because I'm probably not going to be doubled, and neither is the guy on the perimeter. It's just like with what we saw, not saying they're of this stature, but what we saw with Kobe and Shaq, or even what you saw with Hardaway and Shaq back in Orlando.
Yeah, but
You
like I feel like Kobe and Shaq is like the only version of that where like a ball dominant 3 level scoring guard and a dominant all-star center worked. If you think about it, that's because like even Penny was a big distributor too. That was one of
yeah,
his
he was
primary skills. Dame is a
still.
great passer, great vision, but it's not his primary skill. So like I feel like Kobe and Shaq is more of the exception than the rule.
I'm,
And I
If
think
you think
Kobe and
about
Shaq is the exception because of the era too. Like
correct.
I know people try to make the whole Harden and Embiid like second coming of that, but it's a different era. It's a different kind of ball game.
Right.
Um,
And then I think
yeah.
Tomer, if I were to pick a wing, I have less of an argument for your thing. I do like the wing. If I wasn't gonna say Steph specifically, I don't think any other shooting centric guard would work with Dame as much as Steph does because Steph works so well off the ball. I would say that your star wing would be like a Jalen or a PG, not like a Kawhi a uh, or a Jason Tatum. I want someone that has more of that off the ball kind of thing. So like that was my thought
That's fair.
process.
That's fair. I'm just thinking better defender here, and the better defender there is Kawhi and Jalen than
It makes
Brown and
sense.
PG, in
That's
my
fair.
opinion.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
it's close.
That's fair. Jerry, I think you're dumb. I'm just kidding. That's for the new year. That's for the new
yeah.
year.
Honestly, I really feel like you guys are sleeping on that talent of having that advantage of having a 7 footer that's that talented, along with a 6'3" guard that's that talented. Like, when I'm talking about what I can do on offense, there is no limits to it.
I like
That's all.
Jokic. I like Jokic a lot better than Embiid. I think that the best one of them would be Giannis. Because like Giannis is the better lob target. I think you can allow Dame to be more ball dominant while still having Giannis be that elite something without taking much away from either of them.
Could you imagine doubling like Giannis or Jokic in the post, just throwing it out to Dame from like 30 feet or 28 feet, whatever it is, and just like
That's what the
I
All
mean,
Star game is, Tomer.
you're not helping off that, but still, I think
It's over.
they'd just be such a nice duo.
Or like or a healthy AD. A healthy AD would be insane. Healthy
Any
AD,
big, any All-Star big, I would like to see paired up with Dame. That
not
includes
any,
Giannis. A
not
well,
any.
I'm cool with the three that I mentioned, with Embiid, Jokic, and even Giannis. I'm AD. I like even more so than probably most of them, just because of the skill set. I'm cool with that. To be real, I'd rather see a big, an All-Star caliber big though with my point guard. I
Actually, gonna
just
change
maybe
my
I have
answer.
go
I
for
want to
it.
change my answer. I want to change my answer to Zion.
Oh no, that duo's getting ripped defensively. Jeez,
No.
Yeah.
they're getting scored on. Bro, ain't
If
nobody.
no,
Zion's not stopping anybody. Dame's not
if
stopping
it,
anybody.
if I mean, but I already kind of like subscribe to that with Steph.
Yeah, he
To be
did.
honest,
That's true.
yeah, like
My man clearly does not care about defense.
yeah, I'm trying
No,
to build like the '06 Suns on steroids. This is what I want. This is what I really want.
I'll talk about '06. You probably still shopping that damn Blockbuster or some shit. Like, goddamn.
You know, I still think I have my Blockbuster card from when I was from when I was a kid.
Oh come on, my guy.
All
I
right.
still think I do.
Okay. Let's move on to our next star, man. Woo. Julian is a character. What about Luka Doncic? Doncic, sorry. People kill me because I say Donk, like Donk, being disrespectful. What about Luka?
Luka Doncic,
That's
best
where I'd give
teammate for
him.
him.
That's where I'd give him a big. I'd give him.
I feel like Nikola
I'd give.
Jokic is the easiest answer here, and I feel like it's quite easy.
It is quite easy. Just because I want
Oh,
to.
I just want to, like, before you go, Ju, like, just because we thought Chris Stapps, whenever he came to Dallas, was going to be the answer. But Jason Kidd, or Rick Carlisle, rather, utilized Chris Stapps as a floor spacing big. Now, Jokic would be is a better upgrade, obviously, than what Chris Stapps was. But are you sure you wanted to be a big? It's just my real question.
All it would be the entire time would be Nikola Jokic behind the hack, over the head pass, Luka Doncic falling out of bounds, backwards pass to Jokic, Jokic doing the somber shuffle, the one-legged thing, or Luka just pulling up a 30-footer step back. I'd just be that the entire time. I'd just be looking for highlight passes the whole time. I will say Porzingis was, as someone who covered two Mavs Clipper series, Porzingis was very, very misused. And I don't think we've talked about this. I don't think Luka's style of play can win this way, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I think Jokic would be interesting.
Give me. Give me KD. Give me
See,
KD.
I like that because I was going to say that, but now I'm going to use somebody else. But keep going. Tell me more.
Hey, like if you.
Tell me more. Talk nice to me.
I'm about to sell Jerry like a workout package. He's like, tell me more.
Mhm.
Sell me on this. Oh
I'm
my
all in.
god. So okay, I think what better way to take advantage of Luka Doncic's passing and his unique style of passing, where he is kind of a leaner ish smoother version of Jokic, where he does operate out of the mid to low post a lot more than we think,
Yeah.
than a 7 foot tall artillery unit who can also slash. And right now, KD is averaging damn near 2 blocks a game. You want someone to protect Luca like on the back line too as a rim protector? KD's kind of on that too. So I want to give Luca access to the league's best scorer. Um and that's KD.
Yeah. I mean, again, as you know, I'm sold, by the way. Great job. Uh, I definitely was leaning on the KD side, but in front of the sport, I think I'm going to go Giannis, really, because the Mavs do have a lot of deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball that really bothers me. And that style of play that Tomer mentioned definitely won't win you any championships. But if you pair it with another star that is kind of capable of taking a lot of pressure off of you, and obviously on both sides of the ball, Giannis is a two-way freak. And that is the definition of a real rim protector because he will
Oh yeah.
erase anything that comes near the basket, even more so than what, like even Brooke Lopez, who's on his team, who's leading the league in blocks right now. Giannis is just a freakish low post defender. And he's so nasty and gritty. He gives me that old school 2000s feel of defense. And obviously on offense, he's a fucking unicorn. Like he's just a deer in headlights every time you see him. It's just you don't even know what to expect. It's gonna be some freakish dunk or some tough euro from half court for an easy layup, or like even if he wants to operate at the low post, he's showing me that he can do that now. The jump shot is still a work in progress, obviously, but I do like Giannis since KD's not available.
So, like, to that, Giannis was going to be my second pick. Because we talk about like inside out offense with Luka and Giannis, that could be a true like inside out sort of deal, or outside in sort of reversal, where like the Mavs have, all regardless of who they have around Luka, they have a great pace, right? But to watch a Mavs game is to watch Luka break down a defense, get deep into the heart of them, and that does kind of
Yep.
slow the pace a bit and allows people to collapse. But if you
James
give
Harden.
that, if you right, if you pass that off to a streaking Giannis, pause, like that becomes absolutely insane. And then someone to cover Luca's deficiencies as well on the defensive end. I like Giannis AD type players were my second after KD. Easy. That's incredible.
Yeah, I just want to see how many backwards passes, over the head passes we can see in a single
Oh,
game, single
you're
possession.
yeah, no, Tomer, you're trying to resurrect like the Showtime Lakers or like the 71
It's like
Knicks?
it's like
Perfect.
the Harlem European
Yeah.
trotters or something out here. Give me Jokic and Jokic out there.
On the t-shirt.
Give me it's like
You put
Slovenia, Serbia,
yeah,
Harlem Globetrotters. We're good.
you put Luka Doncic with like 17-year-old Ricky Rubio with Nikola Jokic and Arvydas Sabonis, and you got yourself like a core four for a team that won't shoot, but they have the most amazing pass highlights in the world. No
Every
dribbles.
shot comes like with 10 seconds left in the shot clock,
Right,
or a
right,
little fewer
right,
than that. Just
right.
pass,
No
pass, pass.
dribbles.
Yep.
The ball does not touch the floor. If that four goes on off, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Because again, we're going to be watching highlights every single night, like from some ridiculous flashy pass. And although none of them could get off the ground, like I'm okay with that. Like it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be
Dog.
sexy basketball.
I'm
All
like
right.
that. God, that's such a. I love Tomer's highlights. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad at it.
that's a good one. I'm not mad at it.
We have one more. And Tomer, you can't say Luka Doncic, but it's Nikola Jokic. What all star No Luca in this talk. No more Luca. Sorry, we have to break off that partnership with the Serbian and Slovenian, partnership they got going on.
Um,
It's a tough one. I got mine though. Yeah, I got mine.
So do I.
that's tough. I don't want to go
Go ahead.
traditional. Just name every other star again, though. I'm gonna go Devin Booker. Because I think Devin
Took my pick.
at some point. Oh, really?
Took
Nice.
my pick. Damn.
That man is just 58 the other night with ease. Imagine him doing that alongside a guy like I mean, I don't know what they'd be defensively, but offensively, that duo would just be disgusting.
Special.
It would just be
Special.
beautiful.
Damn,
Beautiful to
Tomer.
watch.
Good pick.
I like it. I
Good
like
pick.
it. You can go ahead, Drew. I'll let you. Do you have one? Or you want
No,
me to go?
no, Jerry, go first. Damn it.
Not
So
bad, bro.
That's a good pick, Tomer. Damn
I
it.
think arguably I'm gonna go one step above Booker, only because this guy plays defense and he's a great scorer as well. I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum
Damn it.
because I, I feel like it just makes sense. Like this is the guy I was thinking ahead of time too. It's just as soon as I said it, it's kind of like, oh, this will be a match made in heaven. Like all last year we were thinking like, damn, there's no primary playmaker or ball handler on the Celtics. That's why they struggled against the Warriors, and this is why they lost. I think you clean up those blemishes, at least with Tatum, by giving him the point center, like the greatest passing big man in the game. And for Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. is a very talented player, but sometimes he has tunnel vision, right? Like that's what the Quizlet card said.
Sometimes.
Yeah. That's why I feel like playing with Tatum, he could probably rely, not probably, he can rely on that a lot more as a true like number one option. Like, dude, I have Jason fucking Tatum on my team. Like, give him the ball. And if he doesn't have it, I can rely on Jason Tatum to make the smart play to pass out of a double team or when the defense collapse on him, drive into the paint, any of that. So I'm going Tatum.
Damn it.
Yeah, we
Jerry,
Ah,
you said match made in heaven would be Tatum and Jokic. I think match made in heaven is just me and you just taking his picks the whole time.
that 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 made me so mad. God. Okay.
Hey, Tomer is a encyclopedia, by the way, though. He
Okay.
knows everything.
Okay. Let me think. I need to go into my mind palace. Um.
My mind palace. Is Santa in there?
No. Otherwise, he'd bring me a present, and it would be an idea. Um. You know what? Give me Donovan Mitchell. Give me Donovan Mitchell. I want someone who's not a minus defensively now. Is a leading scorer for a top 2 seed in either conference. And plays a backcourt position so I can have all 3 levels covered. And someone who's not going to get their playmaking taken away. I think Donovan Mitchell works well as an off-ball complement to Nikola Jokic if those other two weren't taken. Damn it!
I'm
You know
not
what?
mad
No,
at it.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no. Donovan Mitchell is better than Devin Booker for Nikola Jokic, and better than Devin Booker overall right now. I think he's playing better basketball than Devin Booker.
it's
You
so
don't
crazy,
believe that. You don't.
dude.
The funny thing is, you don't actually believe that. You're just saying that because
No,
you
no,
got
no.
your
I
pick
do. I
taken.
no. I do. I do. I do. I think Donovan Mitchell is the best player on a better team. They're averaging right around the same sort of thing. Uh, so and Donovan Mitchell right now is playing as a better
Yeah,
defender than Devin Booker.
but it's so clear. This guy's eyes deflecting left and right. This man don't believe anything he's saying, bro. Nothing he's saying.
No, 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 no,
My
no,
man's like,
no, 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 no,
he's like
no, no, no,
Donovan is
no.
better than Devin. You know,
No, Devin Booker is just a bigger name with a higher career high. That's all. So Donovan Mitchell. Give me Donovan Mitchell. Jason Tatum pisses me off though.
It's the perfect pick, man. I had to go.
Damn.
I had to go. I really thought Tomer was gonna take him because I was like, damn, Tomer's gonna get a two-way guy that's just gonna fuck me. But nah, yeah. Thank you.
I
Hanukkah,
got you. I
Hanukkah and
got you.
Christmas connection here, man. You feel me?
I got you.
I'm
All
going with
right, hey.
Blockbuster.
Well, before you do that, can you hit us with this team draft? I'm interested to see what you got going on in that brain of yours.
Yes, I can. Okay, so Merry Christmas to me. Happy holidays.
Real quick, what is the draft order before we jump
Uh,
into that?
you know what? We're going to do Jerry first, Tomer second, me third, since I picked.
Ooh, I'm stuck in the middle. Oh, rough.
Yeah, he
Okay,
hasn't. You haven't been in the middle
I'm
yet.
good with that. I haven't. You're right. You're right. Good call.
And because you haven't been in the middle yet, I am picking the Clippers.
Wow. Okay. It's such an odd one. Just okay, but hey, okay, we're here, we're doing this. Okay, I'm game.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take Kawhi Leonard. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna
Okay.
take Kawhi. Yeah.
Okay.
At number one, though,
And
ooh,
number one.
it's rough.
And number he's the
I'm taking
greatest
Blake
rapper.
Griffin. I'm taking.
Blake?
Yeah, I'm taking Blake Griffin. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna take CP.
Fuck.
CP.
Okay.
And then on the wing, you have Blake. Damn. Okay. Do I want to let them? Screw it. I kind of have to. No, no, I don't. Elton Brand.
Interesting. I'm gonna take Paul George.
Oh my,
I know.
Julian really, he dove into the bag that was in my mind. Because I'm like, they're not going to say Elton Brand. They're not going to say Elton Brand. The whole time I'm just thinking
Jerry,
in my head.
Why do you think
Jerry,
they were?
do you know how much
Why do you
older
think we're gonna
Tomer
pick
and I
Elton
are than
Brand?
you?
You're like 3 years older, man.
We're like 6, I think.
Wait, hold on. Time out. How old are you, Julian?
I'm 29.
How old are you, Jerry?
I'm 25.
Okay, all right,
Jesus
4.
Christ, my guy. Yeah, I'm 29 too. Yeah.
There you go.
Dude.
We grew up in
I
peak
just,
Elton Brand territory.
Yeah, I mean, if he wasn't gonna pick him, I probably would have picked him. To
Yeah.
be honest with you.
I know if I, regardless of who I picked, you're gonna pick the other guy. If I pick PG, you're gonna pick Elton Brand. If I picked it, blah blah blah. So I decided to go with a
Literally,
big.
yeah.
There you go. Go
So
ahead.
I took PG.
All right, Jerry, you're up next.
I'm struggling. Look at
I'm
the
going to take
eyes. The eyes are looking.
I'm gonna take Bob McAdoo.
Damn
Bob
it!
McAdoo.
No.
Another one, right? I get 2
Damn
back
it!
to back, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do.
Let's see. Let me write down my team before I forget.
I got it written down here. Oh,
You got it? Okay.
yeah, you got Kawhi Leonard, Bob McAdoo so far. Blake, CP, Elton Brand, and PG are also gone.
You know what? I need a center. I'm gonna go DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
Okay, you went DeAndre Jordan. Wasn't Bob McAdoo center?
Thought he was a power forward. I
Center power forward. It's like the same. It's like they're. I'll let I'll let him shift.
Is it center and power forward? All right, we'll let it slide. I can't tell if I'm forgetting anyone before I pick this guy. Let me think. I'm gonna go Corey Maggette.
Damn it! Oh, damn.
I like.
Damn. Oh, that's a good pick. Corey Maggette. Oh, I
Solid.
hope that you. Now you put me in a tough spot. Do I want to pick him?
You have 2 picks here, by the way.
No, I know. But
You
give
don't
me a
take my
score.
guy.
Give me. So I can just postpone the decision a little more. Give me Lamar Odom on the wing.
Okay.
And then, do I want a shooter, or do I want like, you know what? Chris Paul's a true point guard. I want like a scoring guard. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it to World Be Free.
Wow,
Nice.
that's
My
solid.
man on back-to-back picks took both my players. Impressive.
Thank you.
It's very impressive. So what I got here? I have Blake, Paul George, Corey Maggette, so I need a guard. Uh,
Also, World Be Free is fun as hell in 2K. I don't know if y'all have played with him.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, great.
bucket.
Awesome.
Earl Monroe on like fast forward, like it's nuts.
I'm gonna take.
Don't take my guy.
It's between 2 guys, and I gotta decide who I want here. I'm gonna go. I need a scorer, right? What do I have here?
Oh
Blake
God.
Griffin, Paul
Okay.
George, Corey Maggette. Can Blake Griffin be shifted to center at all, or is it
He
strictly
took my
power
pick.
forward?
He took my pick.
I'm cool with him playing either or.
Oh, he took my pick. Oh, he took my pick. Oh
I did
God, he
not
took
take
my
your pick.
pick.
I did. I have enough forwards. I need a guard. I can't take a forward here.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm good.
What guard are you taking?
I'm taking Lou Williams as my point guard.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, to close out my team, I was thinking long and hard about this.
Sure you were.
I'm gonna take Ron Harper
Okay.
for my point. I need a two guard to kind of round things out, so why not go with Jamal Crawford?
Nice.
They're playing well together too.
um, I'm really thinking about shifting Blake down to center actually, and but I don't think he was. This is tough. I'm missing out on someone here.
I'm sure we all are.
If if Julian is this excited, I'm missing out on someone here. I'm trying to figure out who I'm missing out on. If he's this excited,
Yeah,
this man has been excited about the Nets. Like
my team's done. I'm gonna let me take a look at the all time Clippers team real quick.
2, 3, 4.
Damn, you took Corey Maggette from me. It's all right. It's all right. I don't have a lob target, but I have.
Julian, what positions do you need?
I need one.
He's looking at a power forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's looking at a power forward. I can't think about who I skipped out on.
Just choose someone. You don't need to sabotage me.
This
No, I
guy's
absolutely need to sabotage you.
we missed somebody notable that he might pick up, but well, you do
But
have
it's
a
not D Miles though. I know it's not D Miles. That's the thing.
somebody more talented than D Miles for sure. I think it is this person, honestly, that he's gonna take.
Jerry, shut up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like I am
This guy's
sorry,
not
shit.
on it.
Like he's not gonna take them. He can't think of them. Relax. Unless I
I
tell him,
know.
look,
Yeah, I
Listen,
really can't think of him.
Jerry, I'm sorry. I'm just stressed out, man.
I know,
I, s-
understand, but like you gotta
I still
calm
got
down. Like,
I still got holiday shopping to do. You know, I just acted out, man. I'm sorry.
dude, it's December 20.
N-
Never mind. Like,
Yeah, seriously, bro. It's
damn.
late. I'm
It's all
gonna
right.
have to
I
go
have a
with
small family.
I just
Are
gotta
you
go.
sure?
I'm gonna. You talking to me?
Yeah.
Uh, I'm keeping Blake at power forward. I'm going Chris Kaman at center.
And that leaves me Danny
And
Manning at the floor, baby.
Yes,
I was just
yes,
looking at the name.
yes,
I'm like, oh, this is the only notable
yeah,
name that he left off.
yeah.
That's nice.
Damn. Yeah,
All right,
I'm not super high on my team, but I'll take it.
all right.
So
Let's run through them. Jerry had first pick.
Uh, I had Kawhi, Bob McAdoo, DeAndre Jordan, Ron Harper, and Jamal Crawford.
I had the second pick. I have Blake Griffin, Paul George, Corey Maggette, Lou Williams, and Chris Kaman.
Y'all let me take the point god himself, CP. I got Elton Brand. I think their greatest center in history, unless we count Bob McAdoo, like as like a pure like center also. Uh, Young Lamar, World Be Free, and Danny Manning. Oh, oh, thank you,
I'm
thank you. Merry
feeling good
Christmas.
about my team.
He went
I
late.
think your team is fun to watch. Your team is fun to watch, Julian. Mainly because you got CP3 and World Be Free and Lamar. Like those are kind of like Showtime guys in my head. Obviously, I like what you got going on.
What are you talking
I
about?
do.
Blake Griffin is literally Showtime. Paul George is buckets. Corey Maggette was. What are you talking about here?
Now I
I feel
like.
like
Three-time
this.
six man of the year on my team.
I was hoping to complete like the Showtime like Infinity Stones with Blake Griffin. I was hoping that like Tomer would leave Blake Griffin off the board. Elton Brand was my second pick, like the big man, but you know, I'll take the more classically skilled big man in Elton Brand for sure.
I just have like straps on my team. Like it's straight defense, but obviously Kawhi, one of the best two-way players. Ron Harper, really, really good two-way guard
Oh yeah.
back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And Jamal Crawford is the greatest six man probably ever, arguably.
Too
Then
bad
we
he's
have
playing in the
DJ.
starting five.
He got to. He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. The same thing can be said about Lou Will. The same thing could be said about Lou Will.
Hey,
So
okay. Low key, the disrespected JJ Redick does need to be addressed a little bit. Like peak JJ Redick on the Clippers. Like I don't know. I would have liked like a spot up shooter like JJ
I mean,
up in
he's a
there.
good shooter, but he was just a negative
All right,
defender every time. So
all right. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, hell, like so are Lou Will and Jamal Crawford. Those are minus defenders too, but they
So is
just do
World Beat
more with
Free.
the yeah. They just do more with the basketball offensively.
That's fair. That's
JJ,
fair.
not no shooter. Probably a top 10 shooter, maybe. I don't know. Hell.
Well, so
It's
so
great.
so based on
oh
fit,
yeah,
I will say,
yeah, easily.
based on pure fit, I thought JJ would have been a great fit for my team. But you have to go with talent with World Be Free. You know what I mean? But with a point guard like CP and with like 2, 3 other ball dominant ish scorers, I feel like I could afford to take JJ. You know what I mean? But no,
He
we'll
just
go with the talent.
get killed. JJ like matched up with like our wings and our guards and our teams. JJ just would have been a liability.
Jamal and Lou are cooking JJ, but they're not defending JJ either. So like that's
But
gonna be
they're
a
not
wash.
defending anything either.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly.
It's kind of easy to
One
defend
way or
JJ.
another, no defense is being played at that
It's
position.
not easy to defend JJ. You know what he's
I mean,
doing. And he's still average 12 a game, 13 a game for his career. So
I'm just
that's all
saying,
I'll say.
like,
That's all I'll say.
I'm not gonna say I can guard JJ Redick, like me personally, but if I was a subpar defender in the NBA, like I might be like, okay, as long as I avoid these screens and stay attached to him,
That's
I
fair.
might be okay.
That's
I
fair.
might
That's
be
so
fine.
much
Again,
easier said
again,
than
again,
done, though.
again. I don't necessarily need to. I don't necessarily need to defend JJ because y'all are trying to guard World Be Free. So like,
Dude, you got to guard Kawhi and Bob McAdoo and Jamal Crawford and Ron Harper, who was a 20 point per game scorer at one point.
that's fine.
Good luck.
That's
Good
fine.
luck, dude.
Boat race. I feel bad about Khmer though.
Why? I got a guy
happens.
dunking on every one of your teams.
That's all you can offer?
Also, you see what Paul George does?
No, man.
I mean, look. Also,
I know. We know.
picking middle's a little rough. Picking middle's rough. My first experience
Picking middle's
of it.
rough.
It's
Picking
not
middle's rough. It's all right. It's all right.
For sure.
I'm just waiting on the time that one of y'all picks the Nets and have me pick middle, and I'm gonna be like trapped between a rock and a hard place. So I get it.
Yeah.
I go next week.
Let's just.
I go next week.
Damn it. All right. That's it for me.
Yeah, this week I don't really have any shout outs at the top of my head. But we're gonna come up with one. Damn it. LaMelo Ball is playing basketball and Charlotte is fun to watch again, despite the score of the Clippers. Despite the Clippers.
Y'all. Happy holidays.
I love LaMelo. Woo, go Charlotte. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate. We love you. Jerry, Juju, and Tomer out, man.